The MSI Raider GE76 Deluxe Edition is the flagship gaming laptop by MSI that packs the latest 12th Gen Intel Core i9 processor and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti laptop GPU. Let's find out if this top-of-the-line gaming laptop is worth 21,000 ringgit Malaysia. The GE76 design has been around since it first appears on the GE76 that was announced back in CES 2020. The design is subsequently passed on to the GE76 in the year 2021. The most prominent characteristic is the front light bar that makes sure you got enough RGB lighting throughout your gaming session. While the front is decked out with disco lights, surprisingly the back of the laptop is clean with an embossed MSI Dragon logo. The keyboard is made by SteelSeries and it is comfortable to type on. Due to the bigger footprint of the 17.3-inch laptop, you are getting a full-size arrow cluster as well as a number pad zone. The keys are RGB backlit and can be customized in the SteelSeries GG software. Speaking of which, the Deluxe Edition also comes with a MSI M99 gaming mouse and MSI H991 gaming headset. The 17.3-inch IPS screen has a 4K resolution. At 120Hz refresh rate, this is one of the highest end display you can get for a laptop for now. The colors are bright and vibrant with the sRGB coverage of 93%, which is acceptable since it has low delta E value. Most importantly, at 200 Windows scaling, the text and images look crisp and sharp. Even though 120Hz is not exactly the fastest out there, but keep in mind that this is a 4K panel and that alone is demanding even for the most powerful laptop system. We will cover more about this in the performance section. Overall, the screen is excellent for everyday usage as well as entertainment. As for the I/O, we are getting plenty of I/O options on this laptop. On the left, we have USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 port, a USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 port, and a 3.5mm audio jack. On the right, we have two USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 port and one USS 2 SD card reader. At the back, you get all the important connectors. For example, there's one mini DisplayPort 1.4, USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 with DisplayPort 1.4 and Thunderbolt 4 support. There's 2.5GB Ethernet port and a HDMI 2.1 port that can output 8K 60Hz display or 4K 120Hz. And lastly, there is a port that resembles a lot like a USB Type-A port, but it is for the charging port. And now let's dive into the performance. For a flagship gaming laptop, the GE76 Deluxe is packed with an Intel Core i9 12900HK processor and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti with 175W TGP. It has a mind-blowing 64GB of DDR5 RAM and 2TB of PCIe 4 storage. All the tests we have conducted are using the laptop while plugging in and set the performance profile into extreme performance. So we're getting excellent synthetic benchmark scores across the Cinebench R33, PCMark 10 and 3DMark. Intel CPUs are particularly excellent at the single-core performance, which is crucial for some tasks and games that usually will have a spike in processing demand. The RTX 3080 Ti with 175W TGP allows the chip to perform better at 3D rendering tasks and games. Judging from the game performance, we can easily see why 4K display is overkill for a gaming laptop. Even with the combined power of i9 12900HK and RTX 3080 Ti, we are still struggling to go anywhere near to 60 FPS in Cyberpunk 2077. Sure, some might suggest to reduce the graphical settings in order to achieve higher FPS, but isn't that defeats the purpose of having a powerful components? We want to achieve both high quality graphics and high frame rates. Once we switch the render resolution to 1440p, immediately we are getting 60 FPS smooth frame rates that feels way more enjoyable. And that makes me wonder why they don't go with 1440p display with, let's say, 165Hz refresh rate. Don't get me wrong, the Core i9, the RTX 3080 Ti is a powerful combination. Just that I think 4K laptop gaming is not fully ready at the moment. Once you take a closer look at the 1440p gaming performance, you can see how this laptop excels at all the titles and provides a silky smooth gameplay experience, which is impossible to achieve unless you got this higher 175W TGP graphics. Well, 4K screen is not really a waste of money, but my suggestion is to game at 1440p resolution and use 4K for everything else, such as movies and photo video editing. On that side note, MSI has done a great job at the cooling department. During our gaming test sessions, we witnessed the CPU and GPU temperature usually hovers around 85 to 90 degrees range. Take note that this is considered a very good cooling performance, as some laptops might even reach 100 degrees easily. As for the upgradability, the GE76 has 2 SODIMM slots and 2 PCIe Gen 4 X4 M.2 slots. Since you are already getting 2 sticks of 32GB of RAM, I don't think you will need to upgrade the RAM unless you want something that is faster than 4800MHz. As for the storage, since the system drive is occupying one of the 2 M.2 slots, customers are free to upgrade with a second stick of M.2 SSD. Just keep in mind that there is a warranty void sticker over one of the bottom chassis screw, so it is best to get in touch with the authorized shop or the service center for the upgrade. Now, for a 17.3-inch high-performance gaming laptop, don't expect this laptop to have great portability because it is weighed at 2.9 kg, excluding the 1.5 kg 330W power brick. Yes, that is literally a brick. Then again, MSI also pack in a 99.9 Wh battery to maximize the usability of the laptop when you are off from the power source. Normal usage will give you roughly around 6 hours of usage, even if you set the screen brightness to below 50% and set the performance profile to battery saver mode. So, without a doubt, the MSI GE76 Deluxe Edition is a powerful gaming laptop. As a flagship of the MSI's offering, you're getting one of the most powerful CPU and GPU combination in the market. The Intel Core i9 12900HK and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti will shred through the games at 1440p or 1080p if you want to get that 120 FPS gaming experience. The 4K 120Hz IPS display may not be the fastest of all, but if you're planning to get the laptop for both gaming as well as productivity, then this display should be able to satisfy all your needs in all those workloads. At the official price tag of 20,999 ringgit Malaysia, sure, the price is extremely steep and not for the faint-hearted. We all know the diminishing return when it comes to top-of-the-line products. However, if you're looking for that extra bit of performance and have the budget, actually you've got the money for it, right? Then you should be able to be happy with this purchase. So that's all I want to share with you with the MSI Raider GE76 Deluxe Edition. If you've got any questions about this laptop, you can always leave it down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.